Hello people, Gnmpolicemata here. So today I'll be showing you how to install Adrenaline V3 to your PlayStation Vita with 3.60 and HENkaku. So before I start, I know that I have another video that explains how to do this, but Adrenaline V3 has been released recently and it brings some cool stuff. For example, PS1 backups work fine with full sound, similarly to how they work in TN. So if there's anybody who was still um, using 3.18 because of TNV, then they can update because Adrenaline can do everything TN can and more. So yeah, I've made this updated video because, well, Adrenaline V2 and V3 use a different path to begin with. It's not UX0 PSP EMU Adrenaline, it's just UX0 Adrenaline. And with Adrenaline Easy Installer 1.08, it is also simpler to install. You don't need to download the 6.61 PSP firmware file anymore because the Adrenaline Easy Installer does that for you. So yeah, what you're going to need is obviously a 3.60 PlayStation Vita or TV that is running the latest release of HENkaku, and a PSP game. That can be a demo, a mini, whatever. I'm going to be using Galkan Labs and it works just fine. You can easily get a PSP game now because PSN spoofing works again, and we can access PSN while keeping 3.60. But yeah, that's about it. Without further ado, let's begin. So, as you can see, I have both the PSP Mini I'm going to use, Galkan Labs, and the Adrenaline Easy Installer installed to my live area. You can install Adrenaline Easy Installer quite easily. It's a simple VPK file, just transfer it over to Molecular Shell or Vita Shell and install it. It might require extended permissions though. So yeah, I'm just showing you the menu of Adrenaline Easy Installer. You can install a base game if you don't have one, but a mini is small, so there's that. So just pick the first option, Adrenaline eCFW, and then install the latest Adrenaline eCFW release, which right now is Adrenaline V3. So just pick the game you're going to use, in my case Galkan Labs, just confirm, and it is going to install Adrenaline V3 fix to the PlayStation Vita. As you see, it now automatically downloads 661.pvp, so you don't need to do that manually, although you can if you want to. Just put it in the UX0 Adrenaline directory. If you don't have one, create one, but it's not really needed. So just let it download. It might take a little while. I'm not certain if it is because the PlayStation Vita and TV's Wi-Fi sucks, or if it is because my internet sucks, or if this is the normal download speed. I have absolutely no idea. Let me know in the comments below if you have a much shorter time downloading it, because I really don't know. It is about 20-30 megabytes. I'm not totally certain, but yeah, it should be almost done. I'm still going to leave a link to 661.pvp just in case you want it for whatever reason. You won't need it, but hey, maybe it's faster for you to download it on your PC and transfer it over USB if you have a PlayStation Vita. I can't transfer it over because, well, I'm recording my PlayStation TV, and my PS Vita, well, has a broken charging port. I don't know if I have actually shown this on my channel, but I made a hole on the side of the PlayStation Vita shell so that I could put a micro USB port there, so it would do that. So it would charge, but I can't connect it to USB. So just press cross and it will reboot the PlayStation TV, Vita, whatever you use. So yeah, just relaunch HENkaku. It's going to update the database. Just go and launch HENkaku as usual. You'll see that now you have an adrenaline bubble on your live area. And yeah, it's going to be it. I'm going to show you that you also need, when you first start adrenaline, it's going to install the 6.61 firmware. Well, it's going to modify that and install the eCFW because it's not quite complete, but well, this whole process is quite straightforward, so yeah. There we go. Now launching Adrenaline. When you launch it, you should see the splash screen, and then press cross to install the 6.61 firmware to your memory card. So it's going to load a file, create all required directories, and you can let it be. It's not that long. It's what, a couple of minutes at max. I'm really not sure. It's not that long. Just let it do its thing, don't touch it. Go make a cup of coffee or a cup of tea if that is your thing, and then press cross to boot the XMB. Once you boot the XMB, it's going to be just like a regular PlayStation Portable, and yeah, that's about it. You can put the files under the PSP emu directory. Just configure it like you would a PSP. As I was saying, the files must be placed under the PSP emu directory. You should have pre-made directories there. I'm not certain if they actually do that automatically, but they might. So just place your games, your files under the directory. For example, the ISOs under the ISO subdirectory. As you see, 6.61 Adrenaline 3, which is the most current version as of now. Now I'm just going to change the theme because, well, why not? Pink is not exactly my favorite color, and I used to have my PSP on red. So yeah, you can press select to go to the VSH menu, then select the recovery menu, where you can enable and disable plugins and all of that stuff. Oh, also, toggling USB now works as if you had a regular PSP. It works from Adrenaline. So there's that. That's pretty cool. I won't be able to test it because of the reasons I mentioned previously. If you want to exit Adrenaline, just press the PS button, then select Settings. It will open the Adrenaline settings. You can select well, any of that. If you press R and L, you can change to the States submenu, the Settings submenu, or the About screen. So save states, I'm not entirely sure if they already work, but give it a shot. So yeah, press exit PSP emu to close Adrenaline. And that's about it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, it means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next video.